Hey Swifties, welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, I'm usually happy and enthusiastic at the start of each and every single one of my videos. But yesterday was not an easy day in our fandom. So much went down, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys all about it. So let's just go ahead and get started with the basics. Taylor's Tumblr post. After the news broke that Scooter Braun had acquired Big Machine Records, including Taylor's music catalog, for $300 million, Taylor took to Tumblr to share the heartbreaking news. In her post, Taylor said, "For years, I asked, pleaded for a chance to own my work. Instead, I was given an opportunity to sign back up to Big Machine Records and earn one album back at a time, one for every new one I turned in." She said that this is why she had to make the choice to leave behind her past. If you recall, back in November 2018, Taylor announced that her new home would be Republic Records and Universal Music Group. Taylor shared her excitement by saying, "It's also incredibly exciting to know that I'll own all my master recordings that I make from now on. It's really important to me to see eye to eye with a label regarding the future of our industry." She also graciously thanked Scott Borchetta. I remember reading this when Taylor Swift posted it online and being a little surprised, even a little bit sad, because I never thought that she would leave Big Machine Records. But once I read the part about her saying that the reason why she's leaving is because she wants to own her master recordings, it made all the sense in the world. Why wouldn't she want to own her work? Okay, so now, little did we know that Big Machine Records told her she can earn back her albums by creating another album. Can you imagine having to create, 6 more albums to earn back her previous 6 albums? That's a little crazy. So now, when I was reading all of this about master recordings, I was sort of confused. But now I've done more research, I learned more about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and explain it for you guys, for those of you who might not know the difference or what it means to own a master recording. When it comes to music, it's broken up into 2 parts: master and publishing. The master, according to the Music Solution, is the original sound recording of a song. Then there is the master rights, which are the rights to ownership of the sound recording of a song. And the owner of the master rights is normally the person who helps finance the recording. So labels usually own masters in exchange for providing a recording and promotion budget. They administer the copyrights and pay the artist royalties out of revenue generated. The second part is the publishing. The actual musical composition, it's the lyrics, the melodies, the written music, and so on. The publisher owns or controls this portion of the copyright. So even though Taylor Swift created all her music, because the record owns the master recordings, it means they own the rights to the music, meaning they can say how the song should be used, when and where, and receive a greater amount of royalties. So now let's go back to the part where Taylor said that she pleaded for a chance to own her own work. So she was told that she could earn her albums back. But that does not seem fair at all. Why wasn't Taylor granted the option to at least buy back her masters? Doesn't make sense, right? Scooter Braun. So when the news broke that Scooter Braun purchased Big Machine for $300 million and Taylor's catalog of music, Taylor found out in that moment. That's right. Taylor said, "I learned about Scooter Braun's purchase of my masters as it was announced to the world. And if that wasn't bad enough, seeing your work be handed off to another person, Taylor told us the truth regarding Scooter Braun. All I could think about was the incessant, manipulative bullying I've received at his hands for years." She also added, "Like when Kim Kardashian orchestrated an illegally recorded snippet of a phone call to be leaked, and then Scooter got his 2 clients together to bully me online about it. See photo." Or when his client Kanye West organized a revenge porn music video which strips my body naked. Now Scooter has stripped me of my life's work that I wasn't given an opportunity to buy. Essentially, my musical legacy is about to lie in the hands of someone who tried to dismantle it. Guys, when I read this, I was so upset. I was on my lunch break reading this, and I could not believe this was happening. Mainly because I thought once Taylor Swift left Big Machine Records and she was with her new label, that everything was taken care of and that everything was fine. Okay, at least that's what we thought. We didn't question things further, and now things are starting to make more sense. But at the same time, there's still all these big question marks. But either way, I personally felt so heartbroken reading Taylor Swift's words on her Tumblr post. It literally felt like someone kicked me in the gut. All right, so guys, I didn't write Taylor Swift songs. I didn't create them. Can you imagine what Taylor Swift must have felt? Her whole life's work being taken from her and given to somebody else, and not just somebody else, because she said she knew that was a possibility. No, given to somebody that was mean, bullied her, and who knows what else he did to her. We don't know. We don't know what the bullying entitled. We don't know what happened. Only Taylor knows and whoever else, okay? So it's just like super upsetting knowing that this happened to Taylor Swift, and especially Taylor. We all know what her work means to her, how she behaves with the fans, and we know that she's one of the most kindest, most down-to-earth human beings. So the fact that this happened to Taylor Swift, especially after everything that's been happening to her, it just really, 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 really sucks, to be honest. The healthier option. In the end of her post, Taylor said she is thankful to have signed with a label that believes she should own anything she creates, and closed it off with this: "Thankfully, I left my past in Scott's hands and not my future. And hopefully young artists or kids with musical dreams will read this and learn about how to better protect themselves in a negotiation. You deserve to own the art you make. I will always be proud of my past work, but for a healthier option, Lover will be out August 23rd. Sad and grossed out, Taylor." Guys, it is so hard to read Taylor's Tumblr post. Every time I read it, I just feel like a new layer has been ripped off from me, just because it's really hard to read and get through. It's just so messed up, okay? But let's move on from that. So Taylor Swift is very powerful. We know that. She's one of the top pop stars in the world. She's done so much. We know that she's regarded highly in music, okay? Now, keep this in mind. She's one of the most powerful artists out there, and even she is going through this. But here's the thing. Taylor Swift is powerful because her fan base is loyal to her. But her fan base is loyal to her because we know how Taylor Swift is. We know Taylor through her music, through her lyrics, through the way she behaves with fans, treats them, how she is on social media. So because of that, we are genuinely always following Taylor Swift. So in that perspective, she has all of that going for her, and I just really hope that that continues to sort of get her through all of this. But this has just been a crazy story, and yesterday, every hour things were unfolding more and more. Things were coming out left and right, and so many other smaller stories have even spiraled from this big story. But like I said, so much more is going on, so let's get to it, because this is not the end of the video or the story. The Justin Bieber part. So on Taylor's Tumblr post, she shared a picture of Justin Bieber video chatting with Scooter Braun and Kanye West, showing proof of the time they decided to bully Taylor when she was at her lowest point, adding, "He's about to own all the music I've ever made." In the post, you can also see that Justin captioned it, "Taylor Swift, what up?" Justin Bieber then took to social media and deleted that caption off his post, but it was just a little too late. Then, to add to the fire, Justin Bieber went on Instagram and gave a version of what he calls an apology to Taylor. First, he said, "Sorry for putting that hurtful Instagram post." Then said that Scooter Braun was not to blame for the post he shared. He also said that Scooter has had Taylor's back ever since she let Justin open up for her. But then he began to call out Taylor for posting about Scooter on social media. He said, "So for you to take it to social media and get people to hate on Scooter isn't fair. What were you trying to accomplish by posting that blog? Seems to me like it was to get sympathy. You also knew that in posting that, your fans would go and bully Scooter." That is not an apology. To me, this was a backhanded apology for sure, guys. Okay, so he basically starts up saying sorry to Taylor for posting that mean Instagram post, and then he defends Scooter Braun, and then afterwards he just kind of keeps going and starts saying Taylor, why did you bring this to social media? You just wanted to earn sympathy from your fans, etc. Okay, so first of all, Taylor Swift did not want to earn sympathy from her fans, okay? She is posting her truth the way that she does in her music and the way she always has on social media. So, because this happened to her, was she supposed to stay silent? No, of course not. She's gonna go out there and she's gonna stand up for herself. And even if Justin Bieber and other people don't like it, she's gonna tell her real experiences, how they happened in her real life. Okay, so that is not being earning sympathy. That is her speaking out her truth. So there's just so many layers to this, and I just think that Justin Bieber made things a whole lot worse when he posted this Instagram post. I think he could have gone about it so differently. He could have easily apologized to Taylor. He could have honestly really have done that, but he chose not to. He chose to do it in a way where it's, yeah, I apologize, but it's all your fault and you're a terrible human being, so to speak. Now we have the wife section. Here we have Yael Cohen Braun, the wife of Scooter. She took to Instagram to defend her husband. She said that Taylor passed on the deal to own her own masters. She said that her dad, Scott Swift, was a shareholder in the company and was notified prior. She also said that Borchetta told her ahead of time. Then she called Taylor a bully and that Taylor collects and drops friends like wilted flowers. She also called Taylor a liar in regards to the Kim situation and said Taylor's Tumblr post was a temper tantrum. There is still a whole lot more. The statement released by Taylor's team. They released a statement clarifying those rumors regarding Taylor's dad. Scott Swift is not on the board of directors and has never been. On June 25th, there was a shareholder phone call that Scott Swift did not participate in due to a very strict NDA that bound all shareholders and prohibited any discussion at all without risk of severe penalty. The statement continued. Her dad did not join that call because he did not want to be required to withhold any information from his daughter. Taylor found out from the news articles when she woke up before seeing any text from Scott Borchetta, and he did not call her in advance. So get this. They actually wanted Taylor Swift's dad to be on a phone call but be legally binded not to tell Taylor Swift anything about her work and her future and her music. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine telling someone, a father, do not tell this to your daughter, even though this is your daughter's life's work? I get it, it's the law, but again, it is so wrong and so messed up. And I'm so happy that Scott made the decision not to be on that phone call. Because can you imagine keeping something like that from somebody that you love? And the thing is about them and their work and having to keep that from them. That is just crazy to me. Crazy. I could not believe it. I couldn't even fathom this. All right. So now, like I said, there's still so much more to this. Also, you guys should know that lots of people are coming to Taylor Swift's defense, not just her fans, but other celebrities and peers as well. The hashtag #WeStandWithTaylor has been trending worldwide since yesterday, and I believe is still doing so at the moment that I'm doing this video. So people are talking about this, are spreading the message that artists should own their own work. This is very serious, guys. You don't even have to be a Taylor Swift fan. You don't even have to be Taylor Swift to realize that honestly what's going on right now with Taylor and her former record label is a big deal. It's a huge story, and it sort of shows the big issue with a lot that's going on in the music industry and whether or not artists should be owning the rights to their music, etc. Or at least be given the opportunity to buy their music, their master rights back. So, like I said, this is a big story and there is still a lot more drama to talk about. Later in the day, Scott released a rebuttal of his own and even titled it, "So It's Time for Some Truth." In a statement, he says that Scott Swift was a shareholder at Big Machine Records and that they did have a shareholder meeting on June 25th. Then on June 28th, 3 of the 5 shareholders voted to move forward with the proposed transaction. According to Scott, he did text Taylor a day prior to the news breaking. Now here's where things get weird. Scott Borchetta says 13 management lawyer Jay Shouties was on the call representing Scott Swift, and so was 13 management / Big Machine shareholder Frank Bell. Says he thinks that it's possible that they didn't tell Taylor anything over the past 5 days. He then notes the last deal that was made to Taylor, shares the text he sent her, and then continued to support Scooter Braun. He then also denied Taylor ever getting upset over Scooter Braun and that he never saw her in tears, and says he was always positive about Taylor. He closed it off by saying, "I want you to know that I will continue to be the proud custodian of your previous works and will continue to keep you and your team abreast of all future plans for releases of your work." When I saw that Scott Borchetta had put out a rebuttal, I was like, I gotta see this. But at the same time, my heart was pounding. I was so nervous. I was so scared because I was like, what are they gonna say? What is gonna be in this letter? So as I'm reading it, I'm like reading what's going on, and it's only proving Taylor Swift's point, okay? But it gets worse. Not only was Scott Borchetta saying and blasting Taylor Swift and all of these things, right? No, the problem was too is that he tried to swerve Taylor Swift's public perception. He tried to attack her person and who she is by noting that she declined to perform for the Manchester performances, and at the Parkland March. Why did he have to do that? Why did he bring these two subjects up? Is he trying to tell the public what? Taylor Swift isn't a nice person because she declined to do these performances? For those of you guys who don't know about Taylor Swift or where she was at this point in her career, and this point she was declining everything. Interviews, performances, you name it. She was off the grid. She wasn't doing anything. And so I think for him to sort of throw that in there when no one is talking about that, and to bring it up, that just shows to me that he was trying to find a reason, find something to sort of attack Taylor Swift and get the public against her. By putting that, he was literally just trying to win an argument. The petition. In the meantime, you should know that there is a petition on change.org called Make Taylor Swift Re-Release Her 6 Albums. They wrote, there are two stances. The master, Big Machine Records, who owns only the file of the record, and the publisher, Swift, who owns the sound, vocals, and lyrics. So, she as a publisher can re-record her projects under Big Machine Records and release them as her own under Republic Records, where she is both master and publisher. So far, the petition, the last time I checked, has surpassed over 100,000 signatures, okay? So a lot of people really want Taylor to re-release her music. Obviously, that is a decision Taylor Swift has to make, and, you know, she has to move forward. I don't know what her other options are or what she's considering. So again, we're probably gonna find out shortly, maybe within the next few days, within the next few hours. I don't know what's gonna happen there, okay? But also, you guys should know that apparently on iTunes, lots of fans are noting that Big Machine Records is it's sort of re-releasing or republishing Taylor Swift's music on there. So it's saying that you never purchased an album when in reality you did, and are trying to get people to repurchase the album. And I actually went and checked this, okay? So I was looking at my albums, and it says that I never purchased them, and then I go to my library and they're all there. And get this, with the Reputation album, they literally just capitalized the R. But if you go back to your library, it still shows the Reputation, the way Taylor Swift made it, and it's crazy, guys. Like, it's seriously mind-blowing. This story is just insane. Okay, so now, guys, there's so much information that I've been throwing at you guys. I really hope this video sort of caught you up. I didn't even get into all the people that are defending Taylor and some of the people that are anti-Taylor. I know I got into the major ones, but there are still a lot more sub-stories that have came out from this story. So now, guys, please let me know in the comments below, what do you think about all this? How do you feel? Because I know all of the Swifties right now are really, really torn. Taylor has been through so much, and we're tired. We just want to see Taylor enjoy herself. We all know that the rep era was sort of her like dark era where she broke free, and now we're in the lover era, which is supposed to be Taylor's like happy, I've moved on, I'm moving on, I'm in love, I'm going forward with my life, etc. So sort of seeing all of this happen right now when she's trying to move her life forward is not fun at all for anybody. And I honestly, guys, I've been thinking about Taylor since this happened, and I'm just like, I have no idea what must be running through her mind, how she must be feeling, and what she is probably deciding on doing. And I just think that this is only the tip of the iceberg with the story, and we might be hearing more stuff, and who knows what's gonna happen, guys. Hopefully things will work out, but let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all of this. And again, if you guys want to come back and watch more of my videos, I don't just post Taylor Swift videos, I post other videos, but I do love posting my Taylor Swift videos. So if you guys want to subscribe, but guys, let me know again, because this is a big story, so I want to know your guys' thoughts. All right, now, after this video, I'm gonna go now, and I will see you guys later. Have a good time, guys, and seriously, I just hope that things get better.